Hi, I'm Dave Marsden. Welcome to my YouTube channel on restoring Kawasaki, classic Kawasaki's. This one in question today is a 1975 Kawasaki Z1-B. That's the most popular bike that we get asked to rebuild, especially in the blue colour. Now this is part one of the rebuild, so we're going to concentrate on the frame more than anything. Okay, so the original donor bike has been pulled to pieces, many pieces, and various parts have been sent off to the powder coaters, to the zinc platers, chrome platers, and this particular frame has also been and had a few little bits touched up on the welding. There'll be a video of that later, and it's also been to a good friend of ours who does frame straightening. It wasn't bent, but we always do like to send them there just to make sure. You'd be surprised how many frames do actually get bent at some time in their life. I mean, they're like nearly 50 years old now, so things do happen over a period of time. Now, I've got the frame here on a little table, which is really a good height for me. Obviously, depending on how tall you are, you might want to find something smaller. Eventually, it'll be going on this bench here, which goes up and down, of course, once we get rid of this bike, which is nearly completion. It's a 1973 Z1, a couple of years older than this one. Now, the first thing we do, we get the frame on the bench and we check to make sure that all the holes are free, all the threads are okay, there's nothing missing. Now, most powder coaters, especially the ones I use, which is Triple S near Bradford, they're motorcyclists, so they know what they're doing. They'll mask off all the relevant parts, like here on the footrest stud. If they don't mask them off and there's paint on them, it's just a pain later on trying to get rid of it all. So if you're going to use the powder coaters, and there will be one somewhere near wherever you are, I realise this might be going out all over the world, but powder coaters, there's quite a lot of them now. I mean, people ask us also, like, should I just paint it like Kawasaki did? I mean, Kawasaki use a crude form of Stillman handling, spray paint and baked on, which, yeah, it's okay, but do you really want to spend hours and hours and hours rubbing it down, prepping it, and painting it out with rattle cans? Or two-pack. I suppose you could two-pack it if you had that facility, but powder coating is perfectly acceptable. Now this is finished in a gloss black, which is how Kawasaki did it. Apart from the yokes, the triple trees, now they're normally finished in a satin finish. Very few parts were satin on these Z1s, but the yokes are one of them. Now I've already fitted the bottom yoke using taper roller bearings. I know they shouldn't have taper roller, originally they were balls and races. But taper rollers are just more convenient and probably better performance-wise. So that yoke has already been fitted. You want to tighten it up quite tight. People make the mistake of not tightening it up enough. But this particular one, as you can see by me moving it, it does take a bit of effort, which is correct. Once you've got all the weight of the forks and the wheel in it, it'll be right. So don't be too scared about tightening it up too much. Obviously, it has to move, so not that far. All the rest of the black parts, like the battery box, the toolbox, the electrical panel on this side, the engine mounting plates, the airbox stay, I've actually fitted those now using new rubbers and some new bolts or some that we've had re-zinced. It's good to fit them at this stage because then you'll know if you've got anything missing. There's nothing worse than starting a job and then finding out you're missing a few nuts and bolts. So you can do that. I also put the engine mounting bolts just in place, just to make sure I've got them in the right size and they're not bent, which is often the case. These have actually been re-zinced and they're not new. All the rubbers, I've replaced a lot of the rubbers. I use new ones, there's no point trying to clean up old rubbers, so those are all new ones. All these parts are available from Z Power, mail order Kawasaki part specialists, so if there's anything you need, just contact them. There'll be a link to those later on in the video sequences. So that's it, that's the frame. All ready for putting the big parts on, but that'll be in the next one. Thanks for watching.